Yo lads, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, thank you for clicking on the video. I must be doing something right. And today I'm going to be talking about Cliff Bleszinski. This is someone I've spoke about a couple times before, and it's because he's made some of the best shooter games of all time. Gears of War, fantastic series, fantastic franchise. It's gone in the dirt now, but can any franchise run on for more than 10 years and not turn to shit? Battlefield and Call of Duty, they're both pretty much shit compared to what they used to be. Halo, that's the same. Every franchise seems to go to shit. That's why we need new IPs and new ideas. The man left Epic Games. I mean, I bet he's fucking mad that he left when Fortnite became successful, because he'd have earned millions. He formed Boss Key Productions because he didn't like the direction they were going with their games. Made Lawbreakers, which was, let's just say it how it is, it was an Overwatch clone. He said, he's talked all this shit like, you can't release a fucking beta 2 weeks before release. That's just a bullshit marketing beta. And then he did the exact same thing, called PC players morons multiple times. Then Lawbreakers was targeted at a mainly PC audience. That failed. Then 6 months later, they made a new game called Radical Heights. And if you remember, and you watch me stream, I loved that game. That was the best Battle Royale game, and still to this day, it's the Battle Royale game I've had the most fun in, even with the unfinished textures, the damn buggy FPS, not a massive gun selection. I liked the old 80s game show, 70s game show, whatever it was, vibe. You got all these bright, amazing colours, you could ride around BMX bikes. It was just wacky and stupid, and it was enjoying, and I had got a lot of enjoyment from it. And when people are just absolutely riding Epic Games dick with Fortnite, and they can do no wrong, and they can build the Taj Mahal in like 30 seconds, you get a bit bored of Fortnite. And PUBG, it's the same as it was a year and a half ago. Still buggy, still laggy, still infested with fucking hackers. Bluehole are doing nothing to that game apart from milking more money, putting more microtransactions in, just ruining the fucking game. So when Radical Heights launched, I was happy. Then I think it was 2 months after launch, the full studio closed. The full studio closed after launching a new game. Yes, it was only an alpha, but there were an option to pay for it. It was traditionally a free-to-play game, but you could play for like a Founders Edition, which was £30, I think. So they had to issue tons of refunds for that. The studio was only open for 4 years. And now we're getting some more news about Cliff Bleszinski, saying what he said 4 years ago after he left Epic Games. I will never make a video game again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do we believe Cliff Bleszinski, the man who said PC gamers were morons, then marketed a game mainly towards a PC audience, said that betas were marketing scams, then does a beta 2 weeks before the launch of Lawbreakers? He constantly undermines himself. As good as some of his games have been, this man, he does nothing apart from undermine himself. I mean, he bought shares in Oculus, then sold them and made hundreds of thousands of dollars. Then started going out with a woman who was like 15 years his senior. She then dumped him, I think ran away with tons of his money. And that's not me making that up. Google it, you'll find it. I watched this meme video on Cliff Bleszinski, and that was in it. I think he took her to Disneyland, then she dumped him. I mean, he took his girlfriend to Disneyland, then she dumped him. Why did she run off and fuck Mickey Mouse? Oh. Okay, so the full reason that Cliff Bleszinski just randomly came out and said, I am never making another video game again, is because someone asked him a question on Twitter saying, you won't refund players who stuck with you and spent all the money for you to keep up the content. Cliff, I looked up to you during the Gears of War days. Sad to see you where you're at. Wish you'd come back now that all the money is wasted. And then like a clip of Ryan Reynolds sighing. Then Cliff Bleszinski responded in typical Cliffy B fashion. Sort of tooting his own trumpet. I mean, he loves doing that. I love him as a game developer, but he loves himself a little too much. I paid my employees their 401ks and the healthcare, even months after the studio folded. Hey, props to you, Cliffy B, for doing that, but you should refund all the players who invested in your game. Then you folded up the studio 2 months later. I didn't take a salary myself for 2 years. Yeah, you were the boss. Whatever they earned, you'd earn a massive, like, subsidiary of what they earned anyway. If you're the boss of a studio, whatever everyone else earns, or if the game sells tons, you're going to make the most damn money anyway. That's what you get for being the CEO of a fucking company. I get you sad, but God, this kind of shit is another reason I'm never making another game. Okay, so the reason people complain because they didn't get what they were promised. They bought a game at a full £40 or $60 rate in Lawbreakers. Then less than a year later you say that you're closing the studio down and you're not even going to support the game anymore. He has a fucking right to be mad when you promised this game we're going to kill Battleborn, kill Overwatch. I mean, Battleborn killed itself, so that wasn't hard to beat. Then Cliff Bleszinski, in typical Cliffy beat fashion yet again, started arguing with his old Lawbreaker senior animator, Zach Lowry, and Bleszinski said it was just ribbing. I mean, calling someone a knobhead on Twitter, I mean, I do that all the time. When I had a Twitter account before they banned me, but it was usually to people being a knobhead. It wasn't a joke. If it was a joke, I'd put it in speech marks. Cliffy B, you didn't do that. Anyway, lads, if there's anything to take away from this, don't be expecting Cliffy B to make a new game anytime soon. He'll be making them. It'll probably be an indie game next, something else he can cash in on. He made hundreds of thousands from Oculus, so I don't think it's really at the top of his list to do, make video games. But him saying he'll never make another one's bullshit. I think he's like 43, 44. You've got a long time left, buddy. You're going to make another fucking game. Once it's in your blood and you love doing something, you aren't going to stop. Your last game failed. Hey, dive back in. Don't be a pussy and don't stop making games when lots of people love this dude. He's got like 200,000-300,000 followers on Twitter. People love the fucking man. It's like lots of people hate him, specifically PC gamers like myself. I don't hate him, but I can see why PC players would after openly insulting us. Just like Patrick Soderlund, where he said, "Hey, you don't like Battlefield 5, don't fucking buy it, you retards." That's the same sort of thing Cliffy B did then. Went, "Hey, I'm back, amigo, so buy my new game." It's like, no one's gonna buy your fucking game, you dickhead. You just insulted him. He'll come back, he'll make another game when the money dries up, or he's just got that itch to make a new AAA game. He'll fucking make one, and I won't be surprised if he goes back to Epic Games when he finds out they're making another game that isn't Fortnite and isn't fucking Battle Royale. Anyway, lads, if you did enjoy the video, just a short little one, smash thumbs up. If you didn't, hey, hit dislike and let me know in the comment section below. Please let me know in the comment section what you want me to cover in the next video. I've got tons of ideas myself, but if someone wants a specific game covering or some specific gaming news, or shit, just some stupid news in general, I'll fucking do it and I'll make a video on it and I'll make my thoughts on it. Anyway, lads, I love you all. I will see you all in the next one. And if for any reason some of you want to support me, follow me on Instagram down below, and I do have a Patreon account. If anybody wants to donate to that, you're free to do it. Don't feel forced. Anyway, I love you all. See you all in the next one, boys.
Wanna tie a kid down and keep me around, but I would never change. I'm a dog, I'm a hound, but I tell them what they wanna hear. They like how it sounds till I'm gone with the wind and I'm lost, never found. I met her at my show, then we smashed right after. If we go 3 rounds, then she fall in love faster. Very next morning, I'm Casper in another city for a show somewhere getting plastered.